One of the worst feelings a parent can have is feeling helpless when your child has a massive tantrum and you can't do anything to help him out of it. This is the topic of this presentation. We have developed a reliable technique to stop tantrums and help children and adults calm down and regain control of their emotions and thoughts. This technique is very simple to do and uses a natural, non-invasive method based on principles of environmental enrichment and in particular, sensory enrichment. From a neurological standpoint, a tantrum happens when the limbic system, which is a collection of parts of the brain that control emotions among other things, becomes so active that it overwhelms and disrupts the activity of the higher brain, which is responsible for logic, reason, and emotional awareness. The emotional distress demonstrated in autistic tantrums have been linked to defects of one particular organ of the limbic system, the amygdala. The amygdala performs a primary role in the processing of memory, decision-making, and emotional reactions. The defects in the amygdala observed in autistic individuals were shown to be linked to an increase in anxiety and to an increase in emotional distress. Furthermore, where typically developing individuals are better able to analyze the emotional context of a situation and can sometimes be talked to in order to help them calm down, autistic individuals are limited because of deficits in connectivity in the prefrontal cortex. A third component of emotional control, serotonin, is dysfunctional in the autistic brain, adding to the level of anxiety and capacity to control one's emotions. This problem in the way brain serotonin is regulated in autism leads to sensory processing issues and to the overloads that frequently precede tantrums, while parents are unable to even perceive the sensory final trigger.
Smells recall vivid images, sounds, and emotions into our brains. When we smell something, the brain almost instantly rebuilds the elements of a memory attached to that smell. This involved process tends to monopolize conscious brain activity. This means that it is hard for a person to process a scent and have a meltdown at the same time. The brain has to let go of one activity, and usually, human nature will let go of the meltdown in order to relive a nice memory. Unlike all of our other senses, the information we take in through smell goes directly to the highest level of the brain, the cortex. All of the other senses have to go through an organizing area of the brain called the thalamus that essentially acts like the security area at an airport, standardizing and regulating everything before the signals go to their final destination. Smell has immediate access, and its destination, the piriform cortex, is intricately linked with the emotion and memory system, the limbic system. Demonstration. As your child experiences a true tantrum or anxiety episode, present him or her with a pleasant scent. For example, you may use strawberry or vanilla. We have observed that these scents have a more universal appeal. The most important thing is for the scent to be pleasant to the person smelling it. Once the child or adult has regained enough control over his or her emotions, you may follow up with your usual best practices, such as comforting the child with a hug, speaking softly in reassuring terms, and so on. The technique is designed to cause 3 immediate effects that help a person to reestablish organized electrical activity in the brain, decrease the production of cortisol, and settle activity in the amygdala. The sense of smell is processed differently than all the other senses. This is why the effect of a pleasant smell on the amygdala is almost like rebooting the brain. We believe that once the odor signal reaches the amygdala, processing this input helps the amygdala focus on this new pleasant experience and let go of the fear and frustration involved in the tantrum. Many studies have confirmed the power of the sense of smell on memory, motivation, self-awareness, learning, feeding, mood, and even the immune system, and so smell occupies a privileged place in sensory enrichment therapy. Helping a person calm down when they have lost control of their emotions is a powerful way to enrich the environment of a person for their benefit.